What if I told you that in just 1 hour, you could unlock a secret weapon to conquer stress, master your emotions, and live a life of unshakable purpose? Imagine a philosophy so powerful it's been guiding emperors, warriors, and everyday folks like you for over 2,000 years, connecting your mind, heart, and actions to a life of resilience and peace. Curious? Welcome to Transform Your Life in 1 Hour with Stoicism, Secrets on Daily Stoic Habits, a journey that's about to change the way you face the world. If you're feeling overwhelmed by the chaos of 2025, endless notifications, work deadlines, or that nagging anxiety that creeps in at 2 a.m., you're not alone. We're all searching for a way to rise above the noise, to find calm in the storm, and to live with a sense of purpose that feels rock solid. That's why I'm so pumped to share this video with you today. We're diving deep into Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that's not just some dusty old book on a shelf. It's a living, breathing guide to transforming your life. And the best part? You don't need years to master it. In just 1 hour, we're going to unpack practical tools that can reshape how you think, feel, and act, starting right now. Picture this. It's Monday morning, and you're stuck in traffic. On the I-95, already late for a meeting. Your phone's buzzing with urgent emails, your coffee's gone cold, and your heart's racing like you're running a marathon. Sound familiar? Now, imagine yourself in that same moment, but instead of spiraling into panic, you feel a quiet strength. You take a deep breath, focus on what you can control, your attitude, your response, and let the rest slip away like water off a duck's back. That's the power of Stoicism. It's not about ignoring life's challenges. It's about facing them with clarity, courage, and a mindset that says, I've got this. Whether you're a busy parent juggling soccer practice and Zoom calls, a professional climbing the corporate ladder, or just someone who wants to feel more in control, Stoicism has something for you. It's like a mental gym, training you to be stronger, calmer, and more focused no matter what life throws your way. So what is Stoicism exactly? At its heart, it's a philosophy born in the bustling streets of ancient Greece and Rome, championed by thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca. These weren't ivory tower scholars sipping wine and debating abstract ideas. They were real people dealing with real problems, ruling empires, surviving slavery, navigating betrayal. Their big idea? Life is unpredictable, but you have the power to control how you respond. You can't stop the rain, but you can choose whether to dance in it or let it ruin your day. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what's in our control, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, and let go of the rest. It's about building an inner fortress, a place of peace that no external chaos can touch. And here's the kicker. You don't need to be a philosopher to live this way. Stoicism is for everyone, from the CEO in a Manhattan high-rise to the barista at your local Starbucks, because we all face the same human struggles. Why should you care? Because Stoicism isn't about escaping life, it's about thriving in it. It's about waking up each day knowing you're equipped to handle whatever comes, whether it's a tough conversation with your boss, a family crisis, or just the daily grind of emails and errands. Ever wonder how some people seem to stay cool, under pressure like they've got a secret superpower? Spoiler alert, it's not magic, it's Stoicism. And the best part is, you don't need to overhaul your life to start. Small, consistent changes, like practicing mindfulness, setting healthy boundaries, or reframing challenges, can lead to massive results. By the end of this hour, you'll have a toolkit of Stoic habits to boost your resilience, sharpen your focus, and bring a sense of calm to even the wildest days. Let's paint another picture. Imagine you're at a crossroads in life. Maybe you're stuck in a job that drains you, or you're wrestling with self-doubt that keeps you up at night. You're wondering, is this all there is? Stoicism steps in like a wise friend, whispering, you're stronger than you think. It shows you how to turn obstacles into opportunities, to see setbacks not as failures but as chances to grow. It's like finding a compass in a storm, guiding you toward a life of purpose and peace. And the beauty of it? You don't need to wait for the perfect moment to start. Right now, in this very hour, you can take the first step toward a better you. In this video, we're not just talking theory, We're going practical, real, and relatable. Over the next 60 minutes, we'll explore the origins of Stoicism, unpack its core ideas, and, most importantly, give you step-by-step strategies to apply it in your life. Think of it as a roadmap to a stronger, wiser you. We'll dive into lessons from the Stoics themselves, like Marcus Aurelius, who ruled Rome while journaling wisdom that still resonates today, or Epictetus, who found freedom in his mind despite being enslaved. These guys didn't just talk the talk, they lived it, and their insights can help you navigate the craziness of modern America, from rush hour traffic to social media overload. Let's get real for a second. Life in 2025 isn't easy. Between work stress, family demands, and the constant pressure to keep up, it's no wonder so many of us feel like we're running on a hamster wheel. But what if you could step off that wheel just for a moment and find a way to live with more intention? That's what Stoicism offers, a way to slow down, to focus on what truly matters, and to build a life that feels meaningful, not just busy. Ever catch yourself snapping at your kids because you're stressed, or scrolling through Instagram feeling like everyone else has it together? Stoicism helps you hit the reset button, teaching you to manage your emotions, prioritize your values, and find joy in the present moment. Now, I know what you might be thinking. An hour sounds like a commitment. But trust me, this isn't just another video to scroll past. It's an investment in yourself, like a coffee date with your wiser self, where you walk away feeling inspired, empowered, and ready to take on the world. Think of it as a mini vacation for your mind, a chance to hit pause on the chaos and rediscover your inner strength. So where are we headed in this video? First, we'll take a quick trip back in time to uncover the roots of Stoicism, where it came from, who shaped it, and why it's still so relevant in our fast-paced world. Then we'll break down its core principles, like how to focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. Finally, we'll get to the good stuff, hands-on strategies you can start using right away, from managing stress to building healthier relationships. Whether you're brand new to Stoicism or a longtime fan, there's something here to spark a change in how you live. Let's zoom out for a moment. In a world that's always pushing us to do more, be more, have more, Stoicism is like a breath of fresh air. It reminds us that true happiness doesn't come from chasing external things, money, status, likes on social media, but from cultivating an inner strength that no one can take away. It's about living in alignment with your values, facing challenges with courage, and finding peace in the midst of chaos. And the best part? You don't need to be perfect to start. Stoicism meets you where you are, offering simple, practical tools to make every day a little better. Before we dive into the meat of this video, let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt truly in control? Not of the world around you, but of yourself. Stoicism teaches us that the real battle happens in our minds, and the real victory is finding peace within. So, grab a notebook, get comfy, and let's kick things off by exploring the origins of this life-changing philosophy. Ready to discover how Stoicism can transform your life? But before we jump into the history, one last thing. If you're ready to make Stoicism a part of your daily life, don't forget to subscribe to Daily Stoic Habits, hit that like button, and ring the bell so you never miss a video. We're here to guide you on this journey, one Stoic habit at a time. Now let's travel back to ancient Greece and Rome to uncover where Stoicism began and why it's the perfect antidote to modern stress. Here we go. Picture Athens around 300 BCE, a bustling city of philosophers, merchants, and dreamers, where big ideas were born in open-air markets and shaded courtyards. This is where Zeno of Citium, a shipwrecked merchant turned thinker, founded Stoicism. Zeno wasn't your typical philosopher with a flowing beard and fancy robes. He was a practical guy, someone who'd lost everything in a storm at sea and decided to rebuild his life not with wealth, but with wisdom. One day, while wandering Athens, he stumbled upon a book about Socrates and was hooked. He began teaching his ideas on a painted porch, called the Stoa Poikile, and that's where Stoicism got its name. Pretty cool, right? Zeno's big insight. was simple but revolutionary. Happiness doesn't come from stuff, money, status, or even a fancy chariot. It comes from living a life of virtue, from being wise, courageous, just, and disciplined. His school attracted folks from all walks of life, from slaves to senators, because it offered a way to find peace in a chaotic world. Think about it. Ancient Greece wasn't exactly a walk in the park. Wars, political upheaval, and uncertainty were everywhere, kind of like scrolling through today's newsfeed. Stoicism gave people a mental toolkit to stay steady, no matter what. Fast forward a few centuries, and Stoicism hopped over to Rome, where it really hit its stride. Rome was the New York City of its day, glitzy, cutthroat, and full of ambition. Here, Stoicism evolved from a Greek porch chat into a way of life for the empire's movers and shakers. It wasn't just philosophy, it was a survival guide for navigating power, betrayal, and the grind of daily life. Roman Stoics like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius took Zeno's ideas and made them practical, relatable, and timeless. They showed that Stoicism wasn't about sitting cross-legged and pondering the universe. It was about action, about living well in the real world. Now let's bring this closer to home. Imagine you're in modern-day America, maybe stuck in a soul-sucking job or dealing with the pressure to have it all. Stoicism's roots in Greece and Rome remind us that people have been wrestling with these same challenges forever. The world's changed, togas are out, smartphones are in, but the human struggle hasn't. Stoicism's history teaches us that no matter where you are or what you're facing, you can find strength within. It's like discovering an ancient app for your mind, one that's been stress-tested for centuries. Why does this history matter? Because understanding where Stoicism came from helps us see why it's so powerful today. It's not some trendy self-help fad. It's a battle-hardened philosophy forged in tough times. Zeno's porch wasn't a cozy TED Talk stage. It was a place where real people tackled real problems. Now that we've set the stage, let's meet the Stoic superstars who brought this philosophy to life: Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca. These guys weren't just thinkers, they were doers, each living Stoicism in wildly different circumstances. Their stories are like a masterclass in resilience, and they've got lessons that hit home for us in 2025 America. First up, Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor. Picture this. You're the most powerful man in the world, ruling the Roman Empire at its peak. You've got wealth, armies, and palaces, but you're also dealing with wars, plagues, and political backstabbing. That was Marcus's life. Yet every night he sat down with a journal, not to brag about his conquests, but to reflect on how to be a better person. His Meditations, a collection of private notes to himself, is like a Stoic diary, full of raw, honest wisdom. He wrote things like, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Can you imagine the President of the United States scribbling that in a notebook? Marcus's life shows us that Stoicism isn't about escaping problems. It's about facing them with humility and focus, even when you're at the top. Let's zoom into a modern example. Say you're a middle manager in Chicago, swamped with deadlines and office politics. You're tempted to snap at a coworker or stress-eat a whole pizza. Marcus would say, pause. You can't control your boss's mood or the project timeline, but you can control your reaction. Take a breath, focus on doing your best, and let the rest go. Next, meet Epictetus, the former slave who became a Stoic legend. Born into slavery, in what's now Turkey, Epictetus had zero control over his early life. His master could have beaten him or sold him on a whim, yet he found freedom in his mind. Epictetus believed that while you can't control what happens to you, you can control how you think about it. He said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them." After gaining his freedom, he became a teacher, sharing Stoicism with anyone who'd listen. His teachings, recorded by his student Arrian in the Discourses and Enchiridion, are like a no-nonsense guide to mental toughness. Think about Epictetus's life compared to ours. Maybe you're a single parent in Atlanta, working 2 jobs to make ends meet. You can't control the economy or your ex's drama, but you can control how you show up for your kids. Patient, present, strong. Epictetus' story reminds us that Stoicism is for anyone, no matter their circumstances. It's about finding power within, even when the world feels stacked against you. Finally, there's Seneca, the playwright and advisor to Emperor Nero. Seneca was a complex guy, rich, influential, but caught in Rome's treacherous political game. He wrote essays and letters that read like a Stoic pep talk, urging us to live wisely and prepare for life's unpredictability. One of his gems? We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Seneca practiced what he preached, facing exile and eventually a death sentence with calm resolve. His life wasn't perfect. He got flack for working with Nero, but his writings show a man wrestling with how to live well in a messy world. Picture a young entrepreneur in Silicon Valley, chasing startup dreams but paralyzed by what-ifs. Seneca would tell them to stop catastrophizing and focus on the present. Did your pitch flop? Learn from it and move on. That's Seneca's Stoicism, practical, grounded, and perfect for our high-pressure lives. These three philosophers, with their wildly different paths, show us that Stoicism isn't a one-size-fits-all deal. It's a flexible framework for living better. Let's dive into its core concepts: controlling your reactions, living according to your values, and accepting reality. These ideas are the heartbeat of Stoicism, and they're as relevant in a New York subway as they were in a Roman forum. On Daily Stoic Habits, we're all about making these principles practical. So let's break them down with stories and examples that hit home. First, controlling your reactions. Stoicism's golden rule is this: you can't control what happens, but you can control how you respond. Epictetus nailed it when he said life's events don't disturb us, our judgments about them do. Imagine you're at a coffee shop in Seattle, and the barista messes up your order. You could fume, ruin your morning, and post a snarky review online. Or you could shrug, politely ask for a fix, and move on with your day. The event's the same. Your reaction makes all the difference. This is Stoicism's superpower, shifting your focus to what's in your control: your thoughts, actions, and attitude. Here's a real-world example. Meet Sarah, a nurse in Dallas working crazy shifts during flu season. A patient yells at her for a delay she didn't cause. Instead of snapping back, Sarah takes a deep breath, reminds herself she can't control the patient's mood, and responds with kindness. That's Stoicism in action, choosing calm over chaos. It's not about being a doormat. It's about owning your inner peace. Ask yourself, when was the last time you let something small derail your day? Stoicism says you've got the power to change that, starting now. Next, living according to your values. Stoicism isn't about chasing fame or fortune. It's about aligning your life with what matters most. The Stoics called this living virtuously, which means acting with wisdom, courage, justice, and discipline. Marcus Aurelius wrote about staying true to your principles, even when the world tempts you to stray. Think of it like a moral GPS, guiding you through life's twists and turns. For Americans, this hits hard in a culture obsessed with success. Is success a big house and a fancy car, or is it being a good parent, a loyal friend, a person of integrity? Consider Jake, a software developer in Austin. He's offered a shady deal to boost his company's profits. It's tempting, more money, more status. But Jake's values, honesty, fairness, say no. He turns it down, sleeps soundly, and earns his team's respect. That's living stoically, choosing values over shortcuts. On Daily Stoic Habits, we encourage you to define your values. What's non-negotiable for you? Family? Truth? Service? Let those guide your choices, and you'll find a deeper kind of success. Finally, accepting reality. Stoicism teaches us to embrace life as it is, not as we wish it to be. Marcus Aurelius said, "Accept the things to which fate binds you." This isn't passive resignation. It's active acceptance, a way to find peace in the present. Imagine you're a teacher in Miami, and your school's budget gets cut. You can't change the decision, but you can adapt. maybe by finding creative ways to engage your students. Acceptance frees you from fighting what's out of your control, letting you focus on what you can do. Let's tie this to today. Maybe you're dealing with a breakup, a job loss, or just the grind of daily life. Stoicism says, don't waste energy wishing things were different. Accept the situation, then act with purpose. It's like surfing. You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to ride them. This mindset is a game changer, turning life's challenges into opportunities to grow. These core concepts, control, values, acceptance, are Stoicism's foundation. They're not abstract theories. They're tools you can use every day. We've explored the roots of Stoicism and met its rockstar philosophers, and we've unpacked its core ideas. Controlling your reactions, living by your values, and accepting reality. Now it's time to get to the good stuff. How do you actually live Stoicism in 2025 America? This is where the rubber meets the road. In this section, we're diving into 5 practical hands-on strategies to bring Stoic wisdom into your daily life. Whether you're navigating a stressful job, juggling family chaos, or just trying to stay sane in a world of endless notifications, these tools will help you build resilience, find peace, and live with purpose. Think of this as your Stoic playbook, packed with real-world examples and steps you can start using today. Ready to transform your life? Let's jump in. Strategy 1. Master your reactions. Let's kick things off with Stoicism's golden rule. You can't control what happens, but you can control how you react. Epictetus said it best. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them. This is Stoicism's secret sauce, and it's a game changer for handling life's curveballs. Picture this. You're at a grocery store in Phoenix, and the cashier snaps at you for no reason. Your blood starts boiling and you're ready to fire back. But wait, what if you could pause, choose your response, and walk away with your peace intact? That's the Stoic way. Why does this matter? In our fast-paced world, we're bombarded with triggers, rude drivers, demanding bosses, social media, drama. It's easy to let these moments hijack your mood, but Stoicism says you're the captain of your ship. Your reactions are your power. Let's meet Alex, a graphic designer in Los Angeles. He's pitching a big client when his laptop crashes mid-presentation. The old Alex would have panicked, maybe even lashed out. But after discovering Stoicism, he takes a deep breath, acknowledges he can't control the tech glitch, and calmly suggests rescheduling. The client's impressed by his cool-headedness and he lands the deal. That's Stoicism in action, turning a potential meltdown into a win. So, how do you master your reactions? Step 1. Pause. When something sparks your emotions, take a beat. Count to 5, sip your coffee, whatever works. This tiny gap gives you space to think. Step 2. Ask yourself, is this in my control? If it's not, like traffic or someone's bad mood, let it go. Focus on what you can control. Your words, your attitude. Step 3. Reframe the situation. Instead of, this is a disaster, try, this is a chance to practice patience. It's like mental jujitsu, redirecting negative energy into something productive. Let's try a real-life scenario. Say you're a teacher in Denver, and a parent emails you, complaining about their kid's grade. Your instinct is to get defensive, but Stoicism says pause. You can't control their opinion, but you can control your response. Draft a polite professional reply focusing on solutions, not blame. You'll feel empowered, not drained. Ever notice how some people stay calm while others spiral? That's the Stoic edge, and you can have it too. Start small. Next time you're annoyed, practice this 3-step process. It's like building a muscle, and soon it'll be second nature. Strategy 2. Set healthy boundaries. Next up, let's talk about setting boundaries, a Stoic superpower for protecting your peace. Marcus Aurelius warned against setting yourself on fire to keep others warm, and in 2025 that's more relevant than ever. We're taught to say yes to everything, extra work, family favors, social plans, but constantly overextending yourself leaves you burned out. Stoicism says kindness is great but not at the cost of your well-being. Boundaries aren't selfish. They're essential. Imagine you're a nurse in Chicago like Lisa. She's always covering shifts for coworkers, skipping her gym time to help out. She's exhausted, resentful, and her health's suffering. Sound familiar? Stoicism teaches us to be generous but wise, to give without losing ourselves. Lisa starts saying no to extra shifts unless she's got the energy, and she carves out time for self-care. Her coworkers respect her more, and she's a better nurse because she's not running on empty. How do you set boundaries like a Stoic? First, know your limits. Reflect on what drains you. Maybe it's taking on too many projects or always being the family fixer. Second, practice saying no with grace. You don't need to be harsh. A simple, "I'd love to help, but I'm stretched, thin right now," works wonders. Third, prioritize your values. If health and family are your North Stars, say yes to things that align and no to what doesn't. It's like building a fence around your garden. You're not keeping people out. You're protecting what grows inside. Let's apply this. Suppose you're a freelancer in New York, and a client keeps demanding last-minute changes. You're tempted to comply to keep them happy, but Stoicism says, set a boundary, politely explain your availability, and stick to it. You'll gain respect and preserve your sanity. Ever feel guilty saying no? That's normal, but Stoicism reminds us that self-care isn't optional. It's your first duty. Try setting one boundary this week, like turning off work emails after 7 p.m. You'll be amazed at how free you feel. Strategy. 3. Focus on the present moment. Stoicism's next gem is living in the now. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not let the panorama of your life oppress you." Too often we're stuck replaying past mistakes or worrying about tomorrow, missing the beauty of today. In our always-on culture, this is tough. Your phone's pinging, your to-do list's growing, and your mind's racing. Stoicism says, slow down. The present is all you have, so embrace it fully. Take Mike, a dad in Houston. He's constantly stressed about his mortgage and his kids' college funds, barely noticing his daughter's soccer games. After discovering Stoicism, he starts practicing presence, putting his phone away during family time, savoring small moments like a sunset. He's happier, and his kids feel seen. That's the Stoic magic of now. Ever catch yourself mentally somewhere else? Stoicism pulls you back to what's real. Here's how to do it. Step 1. Practice mindfulness. Take 5 minutes daily to focus on your breath or notice your surroundings, the hum of your fridge, the warmth of your coffee mug. Step 2. Catch wandering thoughts. When you're stressing about the future, gently redirect your mind to the present task, whether it's washing dishes or writing an email. Step 3. Find joy in the ordinary. Seneca said to live each moment as if it's your last, not morbidly, but with gratitude. Try this. Next time you're eating, really taste your food. It's a tiny shift with big rewards. For example, imagine you're a student in Boston, anxious about finals. Instead of spiraling, focus on studying one chapter at a time, fully engaged. You'll retain more and stress less. Stoicism's present moment focus is like a mental reset button, helping you find calm in the chaos. Start today. Pick one moment to be fully present, and watch how it changes your day. Strategy 4. Reframe challenges as opportunities. Stoicism flips the script on obstacles, seeing them as chances to grow. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, every challenge is a teacher. In America, where we're told to hustle past problems, this mindset is revolutionary. It's not about denying pain. It's about using it to get stronger. Consider Emily, a small business owner in Miami. Her bakery's struggling after a hurricane cuts foot traffic. Instead of giving up, she channels Stoicism, seeing the setback as a chance to innovate. She launches an online store and her business thrives. That's Stoic reframing, turning "why me" into "what can I learn?" Ever feel like life's piling on? Stoicism says you're being tested and you're ready. Here's how to reframe challenges. First, accept the situation. Denying reality wastes energy. Acknowledge the problem like a job rejection or a family feud. Second, look for the lesson. Ask, how can this make me better? Maybe a failed project teaches you resilience, or a fight with a friend sharpens your communication. Third, take action. Use the obstacle as fuel to move forward like Emily did. It's like turning a roadblock into a stepping stone. Try this. Next time you face a setback, say a car repair bill, reframe it. Instead of stressing, see it as a chance to practice budgeting or gratitude for having a car. Stoicism's reframing strategy builds mental toughness, letting you tackle life's ups and downs with confidence. Pick one challenge this week and apply this mindset. You'll be amazed at the shift. Strategy 5. Cultivate emotional resilience. Finally, let's talk about emotional resilience. Stoicism's art of staying steady through life's storms. Seneca said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Life's tough moments aren't punishments, they're chances to build strength. In a world that glorifies happiness 24/7, Stoicism's realistic approach is refreshing. It says, you'll feel pain, but you can handle it. Meet Tom, a firefighter in Seattle. He faces high-stress calls daily, from house fires to medical emergencies. Stoicism helps him stay calm by focusing on his duty, not his fear. After a tough shift, he reflects on what went well, letting go of what he can't change. That's resilience, bouncing back stronger. Ever feel overwhelmed by emotions? Stoicism's got your back. Here's how to build it. Step 1. Reflect daily. Spend 5 minutes journaling about your day, what challenged you, how you responded, what you learned. Step 2. Practice self-compassion. When you mess up, treat yourself like a friend, not an enemy. Step 3. Embrace adversity. See tough moments as training, like lifting weights for your mind. Seneca's advice to love your fate, amor fati, means welcoming life's highs and lows as part of your growth. For instance, suppose you're a parent in Minneapolis, upset after arguing with your teen. Instead of dwelling, reflect. What triggered you? How can you communicate better? Then let go and focus on the next moment. Stoicism's resilience tools help you weather emotional storms with grace. Try journaling tonight. It's a simple start to a stronger you. These 5 strategies, mastering reactions, setting boundaries, living in the present, reframing challenges, and building resilience, are your Stoic toolkit for a better life. On Daily Stoic Habits, we're all about turning wisdom into action, and I hope you're feeling inspired to try these out. As we wrap up, let's bring it all together with a look at why Stoicism matters and how to start your journey today. Get ready for a powerful conclusion that'll leave you pumped to live the Stoic way. We've traveled from the ancient streets of Athens to the chaotic hustle of 2025 America, exploring the roots of Stoicism, meeting its legendary philosophers, and arming ourselves with practical strategies to live with resilience, purpose, and peace. Now it's time to bring it all together, to reflect on why Stoicism matters, how it can change your life, and what you can do right now to start this transformation. This isn't just the end of a video, it's the beginning of a new way of living. So, grab a coffee, get comfy, and let's close this out with a burst of inspiration that'll leave you ready to embrace the Stoic life. Let's start by zooming out. Why does a 2,000-year-old philosophy matter in our modern world of smartphones, Zoom calls, and 24/7 news cycles? Simple, because the human struggle hasn't changed. Back in ancient Rome, Marcus Aurelius faced wars, betrayals, and a plague. Today, you're battling traffic jams, work stress, and the pressure to keep up with everyone's highlight reels on Instagram. The details are different, but the core challenge is the same. How do you stay steady when life feels like a roller coaster? Stoicism is your anchor, a timeless guide to thriving in any storm. Think about your life right now. Maybe you're a single mom in Atlanta, juggling kids and a demanding job, wondering how to keep it all together. Or perhaps you're a college student in Boston, stressed about grades and your future. Stoicism steps in like a wise mentor, whispering, "You've got this." It reminds you that you can't control the chaos, deadlines, rude coworkers, or unexpected bills, but you can control your response. That's not just philosophy, it's power. It's the difference between snapping at your kids because you're overwhelmed and taking a deep breath to respond with patience. It's choosing to see a job rejection not as failure, but as a chance to grow. Stoicism matters because it's practical. Unlike trendy self-help fads that promise quick fixes, Stoicism offers a battle-tested framework for real life. It's not about chasing happiness or avoiding pain. It's about building an inner fortress, a place of calm no matter what's happening outside. Imagine waking up each day knowing you're equipped to handle whatever comes, from a flat tire to a family argument. That's what Stoicism delivers. It's like a mental Swiss Army knife, giving you tools to navigate the ups and downs with clarity and courage. And here's the beautiful part. Stoicism is for everyone. You don't need a philosophy degree or a toga to live this way. Whether you're a CEO in Manhattan, a barista in Seattle, or a retiree in Miami, Stoicism meets you where you are. It's about small, consistent choices, pausing before you react, saying no to what drains you, savoring the present moment. These aren't grand gestures. They're quiet revolutions that add up to a life of purpose. So what does a Stoic life look like for you? Let's paint a picture. Imagine you're at a crossroads, feeling the weight of life's demands, work, family, that nagging voice in your head saying you're not enough. Now picture yourself 6 months from now armed with Stoic habits. You're calmer, more focused, and unshaken by the little things that used to derail you. You handle tough conversations with grace, set boundaries without guilt, and find joy in everyday moments like a morning coffee or a chat with a friend. That's the Stoic transformation, and it's closer than you think. Let's meet Sarah, a marketing manager in Denver. 6 months ago, she was burned out, saying yes to every work request and neglecting her own needs. She discovered Stoicism through daily Stoic habits and started small, pausing before reacting, journaling for 5 minutes each night, and saying no to extra tasks that didn't align with her priorities. Today, Sarah's not just surviving, she's thriving. She's more present with her family, more confident at work, and feels a sense of peace she hadn't known was possible. Her secret? Consistent, tiny Stoic steps that snowballed into a life-changing shift. Here's the truth. You don't need to overhaul your life to live stoically. Start where you are with what you have. Pick one strategy from this video, maybe it's mastering your reactions or focusing on the present, and commit to it for a week. Let's say you're a freelancer in Austin, stressed about client demands. Try pausing before replying to a pushy email asking, "Is this in my control?" Or if you're a parent in Chicago, practice being fully present during dinner, phone off, savoring the chaos of your kids' stories. These small acts are like planting seeds in a garden. Tend to them and they'll grow into a life of resilience and purpose. Why start now? Because life doesn't wait. Every day you delay is a day you're stuck in the same old patterns, reacting impulsively, feeling drained, chasing things that don't matter. Stoicism says the best time to begin was yesterday. The next best time is today. Ever wonder what your life could look like if you took control of your mind? This is your chance to find out. All right, you're fired up to live the Stoic way. Awesome. But how do you keep this momentum going? Stoicism isn't a one-and-done deal. It's a lifelong practice, like working out or eating healthy. The good news? It's simple to sustain with a few habits that fit into your busy life. Let's break it down with practical tips to keep the Stoic fire burning bright. First, make reflection a daily ritual. Marcus Aurelius journaled every night, not to vent, but to check in with himself. Try this. Spend 5 minutes before bed writing about your day. What went well? Where did you stumble? How can you apply Stoicism tomorrow? If you're a teacher in Phoenix, reflect on a tough parent meeting. Did you stay calm or could you pause next time? This habit builds self-awareness, like a compass guiding you toward your best self. Second, Surround yourself with Stoic inspiration. Read a page of Seneca's letters or Epictetus's Enchiridion each morning. It's like a mental protein shake. Or better yet, join the Daily Stoic Habits community. Our videos are packed with tips to keep you on track, from mindfulness hacks to boundary setting strategies. Subscribe, hit the bell, and let's grow together. You can also connect with like-minded folks online or in a book club. Sharing Stoic ideas amplifies their power. Third, embrace setbacks as practice. Stoicism shines brightest when life gets tough. Lost a client? See it as a chance to reframe and adapt. Argued with a friend? Use it to practice emotional resilience. Think of challenges as your Stoic gym. Each one makes you stronger. For example, if you're a nurse in Miami, a long shift might exhaust you, but reflecting on how you stayed focused builds your Stoic muscle. Finally, celebrate your progress. Stoicism isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Did you say no to a draining request this week? That's a win. Stayed present during a family dinner? High five. Track these moments to see how far you've come. It's like watching your garden bloom, one small seed at a time. As we close this journey, I want to leave you with a challenge. Don't let this be just another video you watched and forgot. Stoicism is a call to action, a chance to live with courage, wisdom, and purpose. You've got the tools: mastering reactions, setting boundaries, living in the now, reframing challenges, and building resilience. Now, it's up to you to use them. Start today, right this second. Pick one Stoic habit and commit to it. Maybe it's pausing before you snap in traffic or journaling tonight. Whatever it is, take that first step. If this video inspired you, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and tap the bell so you never miss a dose of Stoic wisdom. Join our community of everyday Stoics, parents, professionals, students, who are transforming their lives, one habit at a time. Share this video with a friend who needs a boost, and let's spread the Stoic fire together. Before we part, let's paint one last picture. Imagine yourself a year from now, living stoically. You're calmer, stronger, and more connected to what matters. Life's still messy, bills, deadlines, drama, but you face it with a steady heart, like a lighthouse in a storm. That's the life Stoicism offers, and it's yours for the taking. So what are you waiting for? The Stoic path starts now. Thanks you for joining me on Daily Stoic Habits. Let's keep the journey going. See you in the next video.